Throat and cousins are not do nothing. Can I tell you?
So they send a message to another man. But people say, "Hear that call and walk towards her. Hear that call, "1989, when I was in fourth form at Clarendon College, the them still warm and make PB won the 1989 election. My lunch money had to raise to $20. Because guess what? The lunch was down wrong just like that and it never stopped.
Yeah, that's the PNC.
Because the woman did not. Because the because guess what? Mr. Woman have strength, we carry power, and guess what? You see
Man go put on in green shirt. You know about no orange shirt again. You know. He then go put on in green shirt, people, man quit.
God is a man. He's made every day a parliament. And he called the back road LP. He called the Las Vegas LP. In 7 months, lead back road alone.
I'm going to show you when I'm
Come all the way from North
show him again.
Manchester. And he called himself last name Phillips. Because we have a good laborant. And he's very young. And then call him Damien Young.
People remember the life.
And he young
People.
country.
Yes, Damien Young. People remember Damien Young will be on the program next week. Come on.
Welcome to the platform. Damien Young.
Man can't fall the stage. Man switch.
Stop.
Damien Young, jump back. Remember me telling you about them on the program this week.
And we say, just make sure all our seniors and veterans and ministers and the platform. And then we say respect you to the councillors, leadership of their council, members of the management committee. And I particularly want to pay tribute to the chief himself, Colonel Charles Senior. And let me also say, respect you to one of the best members of parliament in the entire Jamaica, Colonel Charles Senior. Colonel Charles Jr. Everett, it appears to me that some in the other party pays no attention and sees not the value in education. The man that I'm running against, he went to one of the best high schools in Jamaica, Jamaica College. And he left that high school with one project. This is a man whose father was the Minister of Finance. This is a man whose father was lecturer at the University of the West Indies. He went through and he came out with one subject.
I lie.
And if you ask me what's the correlation between education and good representation, I want to show you Colonel Charles Jr. Colonel Charles Jr. demonstrates capacity, leadership. He's a go-getter. He's a people lover. An excellent and hard-working member of
Her mother is a
he can represent Jamaica in any forum. He can represent and run any ministry in this country. As a matter of fact, I want to proudly tell you, he in here,
yeah, man, you hear it, man. And left my school one subject. Michael Phillips, one subject.
And I say all of that to say this. When I look in the constituency that we will be taking up in Northwest Manchester, because it just beat me by a half furlong the last time. Deep above the ground. And when I look at the work of the latter, when I look at the road network, you cannot find 1 mile of road that is done. Factories are closed. Community centers are taken over by what? No shift training, nothing at all.
People put in our chat.
Jamaica needs better leadership than that.
Michael.
Northwest Manchester, where I am going, needs better leadership than that. Charles Jr. provides sound leadership. Sorry, that. And I want to say to all of you, make sure you do the right thing and hold on to what you have got. Whatever.
Come here, show your man a trick.
You hear the man? You hear the man? So good. Young, fresh, and free.
That man was a PNP.
Oh,
I could tell him nothing about him.
some people have to go.
Look at him now.
I remember to tell you about some polls. And this man tell me all the while how people bad mind. And the people of them things. And some polls were saying that in the local government election, Portland gone. And it's one to win every division in Portland. That will be coming to bring you greetings. It's not the Minister of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport. They call it Mr. Portland. And in white Miss Portland. The treasurer for the great Jamaica Labour Party. Liberals coming together. The honor of Minister Warren.
Charlie is a young girl. Look how young and beautiful. PNP now, none of them are in them party.
To be here. And no matter what, I will have to be here. Because the Child family has given great service to not only the Jamaica Labour Party, but Jamaica. we love. I want to acknowledge my MP colleagues, councillors, council caretakers, mayor, former mayor, and everybody, all the dignity people on the stage. But most importantly, I want to say it is so good to see the Chief Colonel Charles still on the campaign trail at, how much now, 88? 88 years old. Let's just give him a big round of applause. For him to be here after his service and sacrifice to Jamaica. I have his daughter and his son in the House of Parliament, in the lower house, elected as members of Parliament. It must be a great feeling for all of the sacrifice that he has made for the party and for Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, my party family, you know that I'm not in a long talking. Words like home, the Prime Minister and leader announced 4 by-elections that are due to be held by the end of this month, 22nd of November. So it means we have work to do. And I want to say to you that the 2 municipal seats in your town and around Bay must be our focus, because the PNP once again has said that they are not running the 2 seats for Member of Parliament. And that will be Northwest St. Andrew and South Trelawney. They believe that they must pick and choose and refuse when which election they run. But I can tell you one thing. The duty of a political party is to run all elections, to represent the people of Jamaica. It can be that you choose which election you want to win, run based on which you can win or which you can lose. I am serving notice here today that we won here in town in February, and we need to retain it and do everything possible to make sure that we are victorious on election night. I want to say my deepest sympathies to the family of the late councillor, and we owe it to her for the success that she had in winning a seat that was not held by the Labour Party previously, to deliver that seat in her memory. Also, Morande, the seat of MP Michelle Charles, which is a part of Area Council 2, which we lost by a little over 300 and under 400 votes in February. I want to serve notice that a member of Area Council 2, coming from the parish of Portland, both action man and action man, will be buried down in that street. Of your response. And you know that I'm not in the long talking. That's action. That's about is what we say. So I challenge you today to say, do what you need to do in Clarendon. I'm here as well. But I have some work to do in the East, as the MP done here too. And we are going to do to show Jamaica that all the noise that you're hearing about, don't watch the noise, watch the seal. I want to say to you that we are in pre-election season. Not only by election, but we have a general election due by September 2025. I want to share with you a strategy, a winning strategy, and challenge you all to follow this strategy. The PMP strategy is very simple. They have nothing to counter our good governance. They can't tell you what they will do differently. So what they want to do is create distractions. They want to create all sorts of distractions, starting with the Prime Minister all the way down. Every day it's about corruption, it is about this, it is about that. Nothing to tell you what different they will do to make your life better than under what the Jamaican Labour Party is doing now, which is moving us from poverty to prosperity. Say to my colleagues, I say to you, the people on the ground, I say to the brothers, I say to my colleagues, don't get drawn into that. We have enough to campaign on in terms of our performance. And every day we speak about our performance and what we have done and what we intend to do, people will listen. You know why? Talk drunk and talk the fool. We have to give them the ammunition. We have to give you the ammunition. Rather than responding to PNP, Susu, and all the chat, let us concentrate on what we have done and what we intend to do. Let me give you an example, because I can only speak to my own portfolio. That apart from all the games in terms of lowest unemployment, government raise the minimum wage 3 times since we became government. We brought in 100 new buses earlier this year. And we're bringing in another 100 to arrive here and early next year.
PNP chat up so
And I want to say
people.
to my
No better than that,
colleague,
man. Get rid of that.
President Charles, that I'm extending the JUTC routes to Williamsfield. And if there's anywhere else that you think that you will need JUTC service in Clarendon, we may not be able to do it all at once, but we will phase it in, and when the new buses come, we will finish it. Because we want to make sure that all of you know that the transport improvements are not limited to Eastern and St. Andrew and Spanish Town. Those buses were bought by the government of Jamaica. The difference between this government and the previous PNP government is that they used to borrow and they used to tax you to improve your services. We are, this government, doing everything out of prudent fiscal policies where we no longer need to borrow any money. We never borrow any money to the East-West Highway. We didn't borrow any money to the buses. And therefore, you are now seeing the benefits of your sacrifice, where the government is now able to fund infrastructure projects rather than having to borrow and make your children and grandchildren worry. Ladies and gentlemen, I say to you, we
People
I've
send me
done
some
an
donuts,
excellent
man.
job in
Send me some
governance.
donuts.
And I tell you,
Eat
I
the life
stand
goal.
here and tell you without fear of contradiction, your Holy's administration has been one of the best governments in the
Donuts,
history
people.
of
Donuts, pizza,
Jamaica.
donuts.
I tell you that your Holy's is the best prime minister country has seen in many decades. From the party, despite all the noise, nobody in Jamaica
Thank you,
that may
T-Cam.
say
First time
more
visitor.
negative things
Daddy,
on a
as
politician
usual.
about
Love you, girl.
than me. So I give him the strength and said to him, don't worry, I am a lifetime member of parliament. The
5-star
people that
general.
never let me down, despite all of the attacks. I won in 2007. I won in 2008.
Thank
I
you,
won in
Climatic.
2011.
Those
I
are
won in
general. Big up yourself,
2016. And I win in 2020.
Are you going to win in 2025?
No one man or woman has ever returned for a second backsliding. Every year and every time is a new candidate. A new candidate this time. I'm here on the 9th of October. I don't speak ill of people. That is a policy of mine. I want to say to you, all of my colleagues on the
Thank you, Winsome.
platform, councillor or member of parliament, there is one template to success. Serve your people, and they will serve you.
Show all labor right.
Respect people, and they will respect you.
That is
And
it.
most importantly, work for you.
That is it.
When I said to you, if we just focus
Green horse
on our
and bell.
performance,
Fingers. Show all labor right.
our plans, and get down in our
Thank you.
constituencies and reconnect
Blessings
with
and a
the
plank for the money
people.
gun.
Your PNP government cannot be delivered.
That is it.
One principle about politics. And this united
Thanks,
party can
Lorraine.
never beat a united party. And I can say, without fear of contradiction, that the Jamaica Labour Party
Deep in
is
PNP, you hear that?
on
On subject PNP, you hear that?
PNP is not solidly behind Bob.
That's my PNP not like Mark Bowles.
And I say it again tonight. Come out of your office, put on your tracks and touch the road.
Yeah, man, step on them like, yo, step on them.
Because work about that for the people. Because you are the son of the side. You are true, you are genuine. And the people know that. Time, trouble, and time to fool. And I can say, without fear of contradiction, as a man
People, if you're not following me, remember to follow me. Please follow me. Also go over to YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Classic AM876.
Jamaican people don't stone Luxembourg. To be Jamaica into a person. Without gentlemen, I thank you that this election is not about voice. This election is about continuing the progress make whatever parts and pieces from 26. It is never reversed. You will not recognize this country 2 years. National in 2 years, but that's all. So I said to you, think about it. I said to you, continue to do the work of the Jamaica Labour Party. Because without you, there is no me. Without you, there's no purpose. Without you, there's no without you, all the Jamaica Labour Party that do the work in order to deliver the victory. Victory is not deliverance. Let us everything and work in the interests of not us, but our children and our grandchildren. God bless all. And earlier, when I hear the road call, I said to myself, we hear from the ears already. We're hear from all of them. But we said Rocky Point, no Rocky at all. Because Rockies, they are here. But this man, a new kid on the block, we are saying very quiet. But very effective. Here's them build 2 houses already. And road a patch. And everybody's well taken care of. Laborers welcome to the platform. The council for the Bill Rights Division. None other than Colin Cook. Ministers, especially my ward, my ministers, councillors, senators, and party strong, good supporters. I am here this evening to ensure not only that my member of parliament go back to Garden House, but I am also here to ensure that Andrew Michael Bones will return with the third term as the leader and the prime minister of this beloved country. But before I get into that, I'm going to give you a small little story. Back in the days when I was at home sitting down, wanting something to do, a by-election was running in Portland, and they called me and said, we need you in Portland. Minister was back then, and I started and I did the work, and we know that was this. Dr. Dunn, in this by-election, also called me and said, we need to do something. And we know the history of that country. We go all the way back to Portland again, to Anne-Marie Man, and they called, and we know what the history is. Early, a couple of weeks ago, my colleagues and friends from down in the center called me and said, Mr. Cook, we need your people, and we know what the history is. But I'm saying to you this evening, Ireland Town is right in front of me, and I got that call, and we know what that history is going to be. Labourites, we are carrying home Ireland Town, not just for the Clarendon Municipal Corporation, but we're carrying home Ireland Town for Michael Andrew Bones to ensure that he has our support behind him when the next general election is called, to ensure that Andrew Michael Bones continues to be the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party and Prime Minister of this country. So let me remind you all, Wednesday is nomination day, and I'll be there. And I have given my wife notice that the room was rented, and I'll be going to be in town. So my back is back, and I am on my way to Alien Town. Come the 22nd of November, Alien Town is coming back in the Jamaica Labour Party column, right into the municipal corporation for the Jamaica Labour Party. Show our Labour rights.
What's this senator? And she had one good to tell him about the beautiful girl in the Jamaica Labour Party. Oh, they look good. She's the daughter of the former Prime Minister of Jamaica, Bruce Gordon. Welcome to the platform, none other than Senator Jerry Gordon Campbell.
magic. You look like you know what you're doing. I want to tell you, I learned and understood who you all are and the work that you do from watching my father as a child. I knew most of his party workers. I called them aunties and uncle dads, as I was a child going around with him in the back of the car sometimes. And so I learned and understood that no MP can bring up no seat without you. And I know MP Charles understands that, because when I look at the things that have happened in Southeast Clarendon, when I see the kind of training opportunities and the initiatives he has brought to bear in relation to the youth, the internships, the grants for the students, all of these things, I realize that he obviously has an excellent management team, an excellent constituency team, and so I don't have much fear. So I am really just here to tell you hello, to bring you greetings, and to say to you, I expect when the time comes that Southeast Clarendon is going to be on the side counting for the Jamaica Labour Party. But I do know, and you know, and I need to just remind you, even while I think you might remember, that this thing don't win yet. We cannot be complacent. We cannot count the numbers before we get out the numbers. So don't rest on your laurels. Our Prime Minister Andrew Holness has spent the last 8 years, he and his team, putting back this country together, righting some of the wrongs, fixing some of the damage, and we are now at a point, Mr. Barr spoke to it, where we can actually draw with old checkbook and pay with all of it, so we don't have to ask nobody. So while that is happening, we can't continue to work if you don't do your work. So I'm calling on you, all the inward agents, outward agents, the runners, the organizers. Get out there, remain out there, know your people, be in touch with your people, keep your feet moving on the ground. You see this thing we have coming up again on town and Moran Bay Division, I want you to think about it. That will refer to Moran Bay, a division we lost by 300 to 400 votes. Listen to me carefully, Max me and Max it out. MP Charles, Dr. Charles told me that it's 38 divisions she have in Moran Bay Division. That's it? That means Southeast Clarendon. 300 to 400 votes mean you needed 10 votes on average per PB to take over that seat. 10 votes. That is doable. It is possible. But it requires the work on the ground from now till the day. I am confident that you're going to look at your PBs, that you're going to do the assessments, that you're going to max out the maps that you need to activate in order to take home this seat. I don't have that fear. So let me tell you something as I leave you to head down to central Manchester. I am proud of your MP. He is my family, my first cousin. And I am proud of his stewardship in your constituency. I am proud of his representation of your issues in the House of Representatives in the Parliament. So I'm going to ask you on behalf of the family, if I am called on, and whether or not I am called on, I election night time call and the votes are counted. Stand up, Southeast Clarendon, for the Jamaica Labour Party. Return this man to God's home.
Are you ready? Coming to bring you greetings is a vibrant member of parliament for South Central St. Catherine, the Deputy Sec for Era Council 3. Put your hands together and welcome Dr. Andrew Wheatley. These people move like that. When you get about on the chair, man. Get about on the chair. Labour rights. Young boy in between. Get up Labour rights. Good evening. I'm going to say that very pleased to see the progress in Southeast Clarendon. We started this learning in March of 2020 when we had a by-election. That by-election saw the continuation of excellent representation. William Spencer handed the baton to Colonel Charles Jr. We came to you and you supported Colonel Charles Jr. You were pleased in his performance that a couple months after September 3rd, 2020, you returned him with one of the largest margins for a member of parliament in Southeast Clarendon. On behalf of the leadership and the Secretariat of the Jamaica Labour Party, I want to say thank you, Labourites of Southeast Clarendon. You have been faithful to the Jamaica Labour Party, and we appreciate that. Labourites, we are at a critical juncture in the history of Jamaica. Our politics now is bigger than Southeast Clarendon. Our politics now is for future generations to come. We Labourites have to put in the work. We cannot allow the gains over the years under the Jamaica Labour Party leadership to go down the drain. Those guys over there, they do not have the interest of Jamaica at all. They are for themselves and themselves
are not about that. Councillors, workers of Southeast Clarendon, we have work to do. Not because you are good councillors, not because you have a good MP. We have to go back on the ground, continue the work. I'm not going to say reconnect because you are always connected. I know the councillors from Southeast. We have been through the trenches many years now, over 20 years. And I know that we have a good cadre of councillors and councillor caretaker. And I'm sure Councillor Colonel is because of my name, because it is our deal. That guy over there is not there wrong. You are going to send him home. But we have a country of councillors here, and a member of parliament, that if they put their shoulders to the wheel and work as a united team, and with the country of workers that we have here, Southeast Clarendon will be counted among the Jamaica Labour Party seat when we move into the third term. The message this afternoon, Labourers, is that we have to go back into the field. We have to recommit ourselves, not only to the Jamaica Labour Party, but to Jamaica. What we are embarking on, Labourers, is bigger than the Labour Party. It is bigger than any individual ego. It is for Jamaica. We are choosing Jamaica Labourers over politics, because it is the Jamaica Labour Party that knows how to bring prosperity to every single Jamaican. When you vote for Labour Party, and you vote for Labour Party, and you vote for God, prosperity is yours under Jamaica Labour Party government. And so, I am very proud of Clarendon. I am very proud of Clarendon. You know what I'm proud of Clarendon? We went to university together. When he was doing his first degree, you know that this man is a scientist. He's a Korean lawyer. Yes. His first degree is in the sciences. He has a PhD in biochemistry and chemistry. I don't know it's what. Right. He's an analytical mind. And I demonstrated him when he was doing his BSc in biochemistry. But I can tell you something here. He is a young man in whom I'm very proud. And I work very hard. I can tell you this. He is committed to you, the people of Southeast Clarendon. All we have to do, Labourers, is put in door. Not only for the permanent Jamaica Labour Party, but for Jamaica. The message going forward, Labourers, is our politics is bigger than party. Our politics is bigger than the individual. Our politics is for Jamaica. Show a Labour.
And them say Palmer's Cross, can cross it. I'm going to invite to welcome you at her Constituency Conference, the Councillor for the Palmer's Cross Division, Reverend Councillor Benjamin. slowing down quickly, time is against us. We will invite the deputy leader, but here are Council 3, ending to welcome Michael Stern.
Conference and a joint conference. But when we get back out of here, we're going to make sure that we get the work done. We're not going to stop for the next couple of months. We're going to put everything in place to re-elect your member of parliament, Clarendon Charles Jr. Am I right? Clarendon Jr. will follow in his father's footsteps as a legend. Labourite. Continue to build the Labour Party just like Clarendon Charles. So Labourite, he was re-elected and the confidence we're placing him tonight to continue the work. I want you to give him full support, unity, and equalize and keep in the room. And then we work together to keep all of the Labourites from Bustamante, all the Labourites from Lushira, all the Labourites from Edmondson, all the Labourites from Bloody Spencer, all the Labourites. We all will unite to make sure we keep South East End strong. Strong Labourites. South East End strong. Labourite, let me just say something. When we came to power 2016, we said we want to eradicate poverty and make Jamaica in a prosperous country. Back then, the health sector was in shambles. Now, the health sector is strong and getting stronger. Labourite, every sector that if I should read about have gotten stronger. The tourism sector have gotten stronger. The energy sector is stable. Agricultural sector is stable. Local government is run by Desmond McKenzie and really working with the councillors as the best it has ever been. We have all about talk about crime. The crime rate had dropped and the whole PMP was there. And the court system is working better now the PMP was there. They can do that the court files them. And the lawyers them who understand the court system know that it is work functioning much better. Labourite, let me say this. The education system is much better. It's far more stronger than when PMP socialists was there. Labourite, we now give people plywood to apply on some house. We give people good house. When the parents when they were going to rebound, people get selling concrete house. When they can't live in a forest and life. Labourite, social intervention run by your member of parliament. Most of the old people about the system. We have a stronger economy, lower unemployment, the lowest rate that ever been in more than 50 years. The interest rate is very stable. Inflation rate is low, very low. We are educating a lot of young people and giving them skill. Our Trust MTA recruiting nearly 100,000 young youth, and we're assisting some of them with transportation and lunch. Labor rights, we care. Labor rights care. And we are making Jamaica stronger. So don't make the socialists them fool you. Don't make the socialists them fool you. We are not going back to the handout culture. We are going to stick with what we are doing. We're going to make people have the opportunity to get jobs. And by the sweat of their brow, they shall eat bread. Labor rights, stick with the Labour Party under Dr. the Honorable Andrew Michael Lopez, and we will make Jamaica the best place in the Caribbean for you to live. Show Labour rights.
At this point in time. And here's the vote for next meeting. So the newly minted member of parliament for North East, St. Anne, the water boss, Matthew Savannah. For me, it's very important that I would come this conference this evening, because the workers of Southeast Clarendon don't just stand with Colonel Charles Jr. They don't just stand with the work that is done by the JP in Clarendon. They stand with the area council. And just a month ago, several of you journeyed to Northeast Center and walked the hills and valleys and supported me. So for me, it was important to go and say, thank you, Southeast Clarendon. Thank you, Colonel Charles Jr. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mirage. Thank you to my hard-working friends from Southeast Clarendon. Because you have helped us to preserve the legendary legacy of the late great Shiny Robinson. And we want to make sure that in Northeast Center across the hill, that we make you proud over here in Southeast Clarendon. Because the JP is marching on towards its third term, and the territory of Southeast Clarendon and Northeast Center. But labor rights, you have to understand. Politics are a joke business. When my one councillor Isaacs and myself drive from Northeast Center, it's because we know that the business of Jamaica is serious business. We know that it is not time to go back to the disaster
That was the People's National Party. We know that the government of Jamaica needs serious people like Bernard Charles Jr. so we will support in any way that we can. Jamaica has come a long way. It has come a long, long way in the 8.5 years that we have been in government. But it has a long, long way to go. We cannot afford to put those who robbed and destroyed this country back into power. We cannot afford it. Because ultimately, you have to know that Jamaica still has risks. Jamaica still has developmental challenges. The first risk is the fact that we're in the hurricane belt. At 5 p.m. this evening, the next service has had to issue a tropical storm warning. Because there is a storm that is coming up from the southbounds. So, I said to the Laborites this evening, also to pay keen attention to the notifications. We beg you to listen to the notifications and the urgent notices, and especially if there's evacuation orders, we're going to beg and plead that you heed the warnings. I know in Southeast Clarendon you have some particularly low-lying areas that can become challenging. We're just coming over there, and we certainly don't want another storm, and we certainly praying for the best. We are praying for the west. We're praying for the west because we're hoping the storm will go to the west house. But I ask you to pay keen attention to the fact that there is a storm in our midst. And of course, take care of your neighbor, because you don't just want to go for them when they to vote for Labour. We have to take care of each other as workers of the Jamaica Labour Party, as good citizens of Jamaica. But Labour rights, our words not empty. I mentioned the development challenges that we face. I am acutely aware of the water challenges that you face in Southeast Clarendon. We're acutely aware that there is much investment to be made and significant upgrades to be made to your piping systems. We're fully aware that the tanks you have are not adequate because of the growth in population that's had in Southeast Clarendon. And we're doing something about it. Those in Mineral Heights would know that just earlier this year we turned down and commissioned a new $180 million system. That is investment, that is action of a challenge. But Labour rights, we know Rocky Point of a challenge. I know the whole of Damascus of a challenge. And Labour rights, I can tell you, I get worried every time Bernard got. Because I don't want you to think that you're representative of easy one. When you call for cost to get in water, you call for cost. And I commit to the Labour rights here, to your neighbors that you're going to talk to when you go this evening, that we have heard the cries, the need for water in Southeast Clarendon is firmly on the agenda of the Andrew administration. You have been good, faithful supporters of the Labour Party, and we're not going to let you down. This constituency will benefit from close to $400 million of pipe upgrades in Palmer's Grass over the next 6 months. Rocky Point, I know you have an issue with saltwater intrusion into your pipes. We're actually doing the work now. They're checking the system to see where the saltwater is entering your network now, and those repairs will be done. You will have a Merry Christmas. This government is serious about solving the water challenges in this country. It is why we are investing $7 billion this year. When we came into government, they couldn't invest $1 billion in any 1 year because the Water Commission was about bankrupt. It is this government that has turned around the operations of the Water Commission and continue to do so we can invest in the people of Palmer's Grass. We can invest in the people of Mineral Heights. We can invest in the people of Rocky Point, because Jamaicans forget water, and we are going to guarantee to all Jamaicans that we will meet the goals of Vision 2030 and get you the water. Show me your rights. God bless. There you
winding down, I invite to speak to you. Such man run from Central Manchester and it find himself in a South Manchester, but the people them still don't want it. And the man who will take him out is the sitting member of Parliament for Southern Manchester. Put your hands together and welcome to the podium, Robert Jim.
My colleague, MP, Clarendon. You know him, and Southeast Clarendon, when you have a good man, keep him. If you have a good man, you keep him. And I don't have to tell you about your member of parliament. And when I get to support him, I can tell you that you have one of the most responsive minister and member of parliament. When I was having problems with the burial work, the burial relief fund, I had to call him one time and him answer. And second time I call him, and I will call him one time. And listen to what him call me back. And that is the kind of minister that I want to represent the Jamaica Labour Party. Charlie White! You have over the other side another party that want to come to government. That party, I'm telling you, cannot survive in opposition. So they will do anything necessary to come back to power. Liberals, are we going to make that party come back to power? If you want to see hard life, just put them back. If you want to see 8 years of progress, mash up, just put them back. They don't work alone. They work as a crew. And we want to call them the wrecking crew. If you think Hurricane Beryl is bad, check Hurricane PNP. We don't want them back here. Show them right! But it is going to be up to us. They have this scheme. Every single leader of the party, they try and bring them down. If we follow the PNP, we would think Sir Alexander Bustamante couldn't read and write. If we follow the PNP, we think you share the two black to run this country. If we follow the PNP, we think Edward Siaga was a CIA spy. If we follow the PNP, we think that Bruce Mooney too lie. And what they're trying to do now, they're using social media to bring down our current leader. It not gonna work. It not gonna work. No way, no how. It not gonna work. And I blame some of our labor rights too. Because
who's committed. He's a man who's conscious. And he's a man with integrity. And I'm glad that he's the leader of this party and Prime Minister of this country. Before I go, I just want to talk a little about what's happening in South Manchester. There's another man who I'm calling Suchman. He used to be MP for this year constituency, Southeast Clarendon. And he run less Southeast Clarendon. He goes Central Manchester. And a good friend, Rhoda Crawford, with him backside and runless Central Manchester. So, like how Rhoda killed him, when the Prime Minister ring that bell, he will announce the date for Fihim burial. God bless you all. Thank you very much. You heard it, you heard it. I'm talking on the mind. Got some entertainment for you. Let me see the hands up all those who know Horseman. But you haven't know Horseman. Put your hands together and welcome to the podium, Horseman himself.
Yes, show up. A Sunday evening, you know. They say, show up. No, sir.
A white Toyota Crown 6754 JZ. 6754 JZ. Attend to your car immediately. A white Toyota Crown 6754 JZ.
Yeah, we're here. White Toyota Crown. Clear up the road. We don't come up to talk. We come here to entertain, right? And I see Clarendon Charles Senior. And I see Mr. Clinton Stone. The two of them are our boss. When we look, this is Dr. Norman Dunn. You have about 100 records for me. When the by-election did I run. When we look, this is Dr. Michelle Charles. Missy Big Rabo, Missy Council Maraj, Missy Council Benjamin, Missy is a king. Look here, the young man there, him a go run to, milk one. Yeah, we love them. Anybody who never call them name, know this is them. Because they never come here to preach. I'm going to give you the first record that I built. My President John Jr., the resource coming through and they're giving up. I'm going to be football one to right. Welcome to Jamaica and welcome for the balance stakes for the constituency. And Southeast Clarendon, baby, four runners lining up there at the starting gate. Number 1 JLT from the stable of Sir Alexander Bustamante, trained by the young man.